Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Route X Lap Attack. In this episode we are going to be using the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition from 2015. Don't know why it's called the Final Edition, because I think it's still in production. Perhaps this was the final edition of the Lancer before it got modified with newer looks. I am not 100% sure. As long as they haven't stopped building the Lancer, that's all I care about. I actually have a Hot Wheels version of the Lancer too, if I remember correctly. One of them is an orange, just like the one I'm using. But I didn't want to try and duplicate the paint scheme that I had, because I wanted to try and do something original, and let's be honest, putting yellow swirls all over the car, I don't know about you, but I do not have the patience to do that. So I went for a simple white stripe across the hood and over the fenders, as well as a arrow on both doors. You just saw that the arrow is red and black, while the stripe is white. I chose to use red and black and white, along with the orange, to use all the colors used for the Milwaukee Road. Now this isn't exactly a Milwaukee Road livery, but I do have another Lancer that will appear in a future episode that is, as well as the 1991 GTO. Well, that's actually in Union Pacific's Armor Yellow, but the Milwaukee Road did have several locomotives in UP colors to help get numerous trains in and out of Chicago, while the Union Pacific had them to go to other locations west of Chicago. Alright, enough ranting about trains. I mean, that's basically what it is on my channel. Trains, games, and parodies, but you guys are probably here just to see this car and listen to that awesome engine as it goes up the hill. Well, now we're going down the hill. Stig's also enjoying the sound of the engine as well. The transmission has been set for a top speed of 230 miles an hour. But we may not be able to go that fast. Probably more like 215. Anyways, back to the trains, because I want to give you guys a heads up on another Green Frog video that will hopefully be released soon. Former Conrail territory. This is a trilogy I'm working on, but Volume 1 should be out soon. I was discussing with my friends that worked for the company about some footage I had around Donner Pass and Sacramento that I wanted to use for another program, but I wanted to try and make the video itself longer, so I combined some extra footage from my Norfolk Southern archives around the Lehigh line to create a new video called Modern Freights. The title itself is a bit longer, but I just refer to it as Modern Freights because it's easier to remember. That video will definitely be out next year because there are lots of other videos I'm working on. First, the Conrail trilogy that I mentioned earlier, the sequel to Pennsylvania Highlights, the 2020 edition. Got a lot of excellent footage around there, especially for Horseshoe Curve, my very first time. I do have to be honest though, I was disappointed when I went over there. I really thought there would have been more activity, but I literally had to wait almost 2 hours just to catch 2 freights and a passenger train, Amtrak's Pennsylvanian. Oh, look at those airplanes there. Those stripes kind of remind me of an older Amtrak scheme that you might have seen on my Ferrari F40. And there I go again with my ranting. I do apologize to any non-rail enthusiasts out there, but this is gonna happen. I'm just one of those guys that can admire wonderful machine. Trains, cars, boats, airplanes. Not all airplanes though. I mean, it really varies on what the airplane is being used for. Like United Airlines or Delta, I can't stand those. I mean, it's great that you can go over 500 miles an hour to get from one place to another, but airport security, everyone wants to avoid that for a reason. It's just really annoying. But when I was in California, I felt that there was a much more convenient as opposed to what we have here in New Jersey. Take Liberty Newark International Airport, for instance. You're near New York City, and you feel like the guards, despite trying to make you safe, that you feel like they're going to try and murder you any second. That's not something you should go through when you're going through airports. It should be enjoyable, not threatening. Seriously, I was walking past a couple of female guards. I thought they were going to try and rape me. That's how scared I was. That, quite frankly, might be my very last time flying on an airplane. Now that I said the word rape, this video is probably going to get removed from some community guidelines bullshit. But at the same time, I might get some amusing comments from other people. We will see what happens. In the meantime, I'm hoping that we can at least get into the top 20. We're definitely not going to be able to get the fastest lap time like we did in the previous episode with the Supra, but we did manage a good time of 5 minutes and 22 seconds. Let's see how we did. There's the Corvette at 10th place with 4:37. Now we're at the 5 minute and 10 mark at 16th with the 63 Corvette. And our Lancer is 3 spots below that in 19th. Just a smidget faster than the Impreza. I think that's the 1998 edition. I've got 2 versions of the Impreza. One is a sedan from 1998, and the other has 2 doors from 1999. We'll go in the N500 section and see which one it is. Yep, it was the 99. That is the 2-door coupe. The 98 Impreza down here is the 4-door version. In the next episode, we will test out the Toyota MR2. See you then.